We live in a place where we're in service to the future. And I think good design that has foresight is taking us closer to that future. Hi, I'm production designer Hannah Beachler. Welcome to my home in New Orleans, Louisiana. So this house is 103 years old. It's a Creole cottage built in 1920. I painted the house black in 2020. I was thinking about the future and hopeful future, so I named my house Daydream Black. But inside it's completely different. Come follow me. I would say I'm a very loud voice in the realm of Afrofuturism. To me, Afrofuturism is about telling stories, and it's about retelling stories and reimagining how those stories and how our history is told, and that is exactly what my home is. I think that's what my design aesthetic is. When you get to my house and you come through the front door, you walk into a hallway foyer. You have Sheila Bridges' fabric on the drapes called Harlem Toile. Is sort of reimagining what the past is, which in itself is Afrofuturism. And then you come into the hallway, and it's a center hall, which is something traditional to a Creole cottage. You start to see more color blocking, more pop feeling, but what I also love to do is bring my life into that. So you'll see the African masks on the wall, which I got from the film Miles Ahead. Not only is this hallway a progression of my career and my life, it is also a progression into my home. So come with me. This area of my home is what I refer to as the great room. I like things that are cinematic, that are colorful, but I also love texture. I love pattern. I found my couch, which was sort of this white and gray, my boucle. Also on my couch that I love so much, you will often find the queen of the castle, Miss Maxine, my favorite dog. My two chairs, my black and white chairs, are called royal beaded chairs. They're handmade and they're absolutely comfortable and absolutely beautiful. And you see the Dogon doors from Mali. I love the texture of the wood, that's Icora wood. And the people that are whittled in it are our ancestors that guard us. And you'll see the serpent and the crocodile in it. Birds are also protective species. They watch over us, they listen to us, they gossip about us. So I wanted to have my little birds around, and I love my books. I think one thing I know I'm known for is research. You know, often hear about the Wakandan Bible, which is a research document of 500 pages that I put together for the first Black Panther, and then books that I make on film. So you'll see Miles Ahead and Creed. And then of course, there is an Oscar in my Mastercraft curio cabinet that I won for Black Panther in 2019. I was the first African-American man or woman to be nominated for and win in my category of production design. And I wanted to always be reminded about that milestone. He's doing the Wakanda forever. I was like, well, perfect to win for that, and the Oscar is doing the gesture, right? Creole cottages normally and traditionally did not have dining rooms. I divided the space using my lovely white credenza and created this little enclave here where I can entertain. And it really wants to be a place that's comfortable, but I also wanted something to feel a little elegant, but whimsical. So I have these beautiful chairs. I wanted to bring in the more saturated colors. And then of course my a.k.a. Kaiser vases. And I think I thrive in a place that has variety. My chandelier from South Africa, my beaded chandelier, again, bringing in a different texture that sort of juxtaposes against the Victorian state of the chairs and the dining room table. The drapes are custom drapes. They're heavy drapes. You would close your heavy drapes on your doors, your windows, to keep the temperature down in the house. I don't think anything's cooking in the kitchen, but let's head that way. No matter how big the party is or how spread it is out, everyone ends up in the kitchen. And I wanted it to feel modern and chic and comfortable. I think the biggest thing in my kitchen is this beautiful mural by Annie Moran. And the mural is really about a mix of New Orleans and a mix of Nigeria, bringing a green moment, bringing a nature moment that mixes sort of the diaspora, two cultures, bringing them back together. It's really important to me that you come into a space that you feel calmness. Nature is nurture. Also in my kitchen are my shelves made out of sinker cypress. I took the live edges off, so it's very sleek and it's very square. There's a sense of modernity to something very, very old. And then in front of that, you have something from the industrial age, my iron and glass barn doors on their rail. It's a very mechanical feeling, maybe a little bit of steampunk, which to me would be the whimsy in the room. And I wanted to have a piece in my home that felt very modern. So you have the waterfall sides and the very clean line to it. Now let me show you what I did in my bedroom. When you come into my room, I have my Maasai warrior, and that is from Miles Ahead. And I wanted to have him by my door to always protect me. I covered my ceilings in light, disguising the fact that there's a center, thereby allowing me to sort of put my bed wherever I wanted, which was centered on the fireplace. One thing about my room that you probably notice and stands out, and again, very intentional, is my bedding. It is beautiful, sort of a take on a toile in a sense, where we have a scene on it of birds and nature, and then all of the panel molding. I really wanted to go with something, again, steeped in nature. And I wanted to do something a little bit different by putting the stencils on the sides of the fireplace, sort of accentuate this very bold black moment that kind of reflects back to the outside of my house. So I brought the stencil idea into the ceiling, and there's also a beautiful framed mosaic. And lastly, my beautiful walk-in closet. When I watched Sex and the City and Carrie was talking about her closet, I remember watching that and saying to myself, one day I will have my dream closet. It's definitely a little bit of an indulgence and a little bit of a young girl's dream to have a place to put all her Louboutins. My house, like my career and Afrofuturism, are ever changing and ever evolving. Thank you for coming and taking this tour with me.
Before you go, let us know if you enjoyed this video. Drop a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more exclusive tours.